So for Captain Marvel, I remember getting a call when I was shooting Kong, and I was in Australia at that point filming. I remember they called and they said, Marvel is interested in you playing Captain Marvel, and I was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I have too much anxiety. That's too much for me. I don't think I can handle that. And I was like, so tell them no. And my team was like, okay, for sure. I think a couple months later, they were like, hey, they called again, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, like I'm too much of an introvert. That's way too big of a thing for me. Like it was beyond my comprehension. I was like, no. And then they called like a third time, they're like, are you sure? So the point is every time I was like, tell them no, and I thought my team was telling them no, they were not. Because I think they were like, she would be great at this. I have a problem with when I'm filming and when I'm always has been like this, and it's part of why like I was broke all the time, was because I couldn't multitask. If I'm on a job and I'm playing a character, I can't self-tape. I can't do anything else. I can only do like one job at a time. I'm embodying this character. I can't think about something else. So they were like, let's just wait until this is over. So
blah, 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 blah. Time skips up ahead.
I'm back from filming. So I had a meeting with them and they had a pitch. And they had a mock-up of the costume. And I was very moved by what they were trying to achieve, what they were talking about, and it felt very progressive. I was very surprised by that, by the way that they were talking about feminism, the way they were handling it. They were like all female writers, female director, like gonna have as many female voices in this as possible. And it was just like, what? Part of what was kind of amazing about it and scary about it was I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody about it. I mean, looking back on it, I don't think like the Marvel police was gonna come into my home if I like told my mom, but I was just like, I'm such a goody-goody. I was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody about what happened. And so I thought about it. The next step was, I said, I really wanna meet with the writers and let me talk with them and see what they're doing and let me see if this story makes sense. And this is, because to me, it's like, I don't need to like be that, and like that's a whole level of fame that I had never expected to participate in. And it was like, okay, well, the only way this works is if I believe in the story and what the messaging is. And if that's the case, then I'm like, okay, you know, this is here and it's happening, and it would be against like the flow if I said no. So I met with them. It was amazing. I loved everything that they had to say. I was so excited about it. And I remember going home and being like, oh my God, I'm gonna do this. And I remember exactly where I was in my dining room, and I was staring at my like really crappy like bookshelf I got from Salvation Army, like still like a broke actor, and being like, oh my God, I'm gonna do this. And then I agreed, and I remember laughing a lot. I remember my team being really proud of me because they knew that it was a big step for me in embodying myself and believing that I could do something so big, in my confidence as a leader, in the belief in storytelling. So after that, I didn't tell anybody. I had friends texting me saying, you're Captain Marvel, it's amazing. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I was so scared. Yeah, it felt really good when I was on stage at Comic-Con and it all came out and it was in the open. And, of course, I had many more secrets to hold after that about what the movie was about and all that, but at least I was firmly placed as Captain Marvel. That was it. I've never had a process like that before.